Hello and welcome back to Opinion Plays Hoi4 with the Résistance DLC. We're back in Portugal. A little bit weird looking Portugal, a little wonky, a little weird. Not exactly what I want. The fact that it is Francisco Franco still as the leader of Spain is definitely annoying. I would have preferred a proper monarchist, but non-aligned gonna be as non-aligned's gonna be until they eventually do a diplomacy / political DLC, which will hopefully finally split up the non-aligned parties, because now we got monarchies, dictatorships, and we have the anarchists all underneath the non-aligned banner. It's very, very weird. Now, as for what we're going to do, we are going to join the allies. I know that it would be nice to be able to take over the pink map, but in general, fighting against the allies is just difficult if you don't already have a navy or a large bomber fleet, because with bombers you can destroy a navy just fine. You can very easily destroy a navy with basically bombers and fighters alone, so long as you have range to take out their bases. So we would either have to join the Axis in order to take out the United Kingdom, but then we'd have to fight America, and America's just a big beast. But I think it'd be easier just to take out the Axis. So I've done a couple things. I have changed my infantry division to be a 36 combat width. It's not a full 40, so it is a little bit lacking there. And it's going to take a while for us to actually reinforce such a large army. We have 7,000 guns needed to reinforce and 2,000 artillery pieces that'll be needed to reinforce, as well as just in general pumping some iron out here. Hearts of pumped iron. What could we do in the meantime? We could go infantry. Sure. We're also taking a couple of other bonuses. Now, if we join immediately into the war, we'd have one issue being that Germany would eventually be able to send their troops back, as well as Italy and whatnot. But that would give enough time for the Soviets over here to push back the Germans. We can't stay out of the fight for too long. And in this situation, if we are not going to be fighting against the British, then building up our navy is less important. Though building up the navy that we have had is pretty good. Our navy, as it stands at the moment, would basically be able to fight miners. We wouldn't be able to fight off the German navy. Somewhat. They would have more battleships. They would have slightly more battleships, so with the help of the British, we'd be able to defeat the Germans, the Vichy French, and the Italians just fine. With our navy, we'd be able to contribute with our navy, but for the most part, I don't think there's much for us to do. Follow Manila. I spent a lot of my army experience doing other things. We need to somewhat stall, but also somewhat not stall. I know. So fusileros into naval research, I think that'll be good for us. And then some armor research would be beneficial. Building up our army is one thing. Building up our tank corps is another, because that's something that we're really weak on. By the way, trade. Need considerably less trade from America in terms of that. In terms of this, like 15? No, one off, 16. So port equipment, we need 1942 techs, huh? Well, we can take you. FBP. The real reason I don't want to attack the Allies is because it'll probably end up in a stalemate situation, just like with my Carlist Spain game. If I have to fight America, a already well off America, basically impossible to defeat. Let's switch you out for some medium tanks. Let's switch this whole thing out for medium tanks and then throw in motorized behind. Very kind of standard. Although, we could do the thing that I like to do to make it a little bit cheaper, is throw in artillery pieces, but it can't be foot artillery. It needs to be motorized artillery. So, 2 basically brigades of tanks, a regiment of motorized infantry, and a brigade of motorized artillery. And I should probably stop flicking my knife open, just something I like to do when I'm bored. How about a light tank armored recon? an engineer and an artillery piece. Me pulling out the piece. Let's switch you over to being that. Please. It's going to be at the very bottom. Medium tank template 1. You guys are fine. You, cavalry brigades, go ahead and become those. You're going to have no supply. And that is okay. You know, sometimes things are okay. We have ungodly amounts of tungsten, so getting superior guns, medium tanks. You only need 1. Because honestly, we could probably avoid that entirely. But I think we have enough where we can also throw out another couple of these to make a proper force with it. Cannot bring it out inside of their territory. Need to make some more cazadores to fight over in Africa, because they're doing very well fighting in Africa. And if Moscow is threatened by the Germans, we're definitely going to need to join the war earlier than we would like. Run out of manpower pretty quickly. We're not going to be able to get off of limited conscription because of reasons. But I do need to be building up my forces, especially since they are weakened after doubling their size. The Vezal de Infanteria. My thing's a mess, but it's fine. Not sure what to put extra, maybe like 2 infantry for supersized, or maybe, at that rate, what if I remove this whole thing? Because I would like, boop, 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 and then a block of the artillery. And then remove this, and remove this, and remove this. I mean, it's not much better. It's just the same size, but flipped around. Not much better, not much worse. National Spain is eventually going to have to get this thing. I could create my own faction. I don't want to. I want to join the Allies in order to make it very easy for them to transfer troops back and forth. Over here, I want to get my navy all centered in Iberia for a second, so I can organize them. You, put that out. You, separate out. Select F. There you go. How's your father? You, a bit further back. You can all go on pilot exercising missions, as we are in a slow period of no wars for just a second. I still haven't taken any of these. Superior firepower, because we are trying to go pretty heavy on artillery. Then what? Extremadura and Salamanca. No, Salamanca is a part of Spain. I might want to just take those for myself. You guys, how you doing? You're getting up there. Your main issue is going to be those artillery pieces that we do have quite a lot left over from the Brazilians back when we took over Brazil. And it's just we got the manpower, we got the guns, we just need the big guns. You, kind of a similar story. We got the guns, we got some artillery coming in. It's just a question of motorized. You, new naval research, and after that, we should probably want to get involved in the war. You turn that off, you turn that off. You, we got one decent division. We could try an invasion of Vichy France. Cazadores are up and running, so they should join here and here to join on the African front. Then what else? Probably go away on there so that they can grow properly. Yeah, we need more guns. Guns and ships. Guns and ships. Need to save up a lot of political power so that when the war kicks off, we'll be able to go up to a proper, I'm gonna say, service by requirement even, just to give us as many, probably, let's say one at a time. Extensive conscription can go first without too much Yeah, extensive conscription and war economy both at the same time. Not enough manpower for garrisons. What's the problem? What's the problem? China still don't have proper. Ooh, once we join the Allies, Macau will probably fall to Japan as Japan is taking over. Oh yeah, East Timor is definitely gonna fall. You know, it is what it is. Meanwhile, the German advance is being paused at Riga. They're being pushed back in legionary Romania. I just need to get some American or British or whoever support inside of my country, even though Greece is still holding, and these United States push inside of Italy. I know there's a lot of Italians over here. Let's start off the goodwill by offering some dock access and some military access. So they can start moving in, offer military access. Military access, I don't need to offer dock access. If you have military access, you have dock access. I'm stupid. So that can help and just bring them in. America's the more important trade partner anyway, so trying to attack them for no reason. Once we're in on the Allies, we can attack Paraguay and Uruguay and Argentina without too much problem. What's the problem? Let's see. Some SPGs are usually a good idea, though we don't have a lot. Don't got a lot to work with. 1942. Some better at that. You switch over to the best guns you got. You need an increased medium tank. Boom. And so, boom. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. Now then, my Sharona. My Corona. You just funnel yourself through there to get out as many as you can. Lighter vessels that are not as good and whatnot. Now they can form their own unit. And this unit can be boop and boop boop. Yep, that'll do. That'll do. Another trade vessel type thing. You fleet logistics or artillery. Absolutely, that is what we're going for. Although, does mean we'll only be able to get one or the other. But I wanted to get the artillery bonus, so long as we had artillery. Need a lot more artillery, though. Need a lot more artillery pieces. 8 a day and almost 3,000 to build. It's a long time. You want to lease the Azores? I mean, I don't want to. Here's the thing. I'll give it to you now. Better than dragging us into the war. I'll give it to you now, and as soon as it's done, I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back and I'm coring it. How dare you? Because I have the state transfer tool, so I'll just take it back after it's done, and we won't have to worry about it. You know? Take some of these. Let's take some. Already working on that. Tanks. Already working on that. Aircraft. Our aircraft is pretty far behind at this point. We got a lot, but it doesn't mean it's good. We have 500 fighters in backstock. We have 300 close air support in backstock, 300 interwar bombers in backstock. That doesn't make any of our fighters good or anything. It just means we have a lot of them. Keep them close at hand. We've gotten that. Which means it's time to enter the war. Looks like there's a naval invasion over here in Marseille. Oh, and what a good time. Naval invasions throughout northern France and Belgium, throughout southern France, and even inside of Italy, though it doesn't look like they're going to go anywhere. Seems like a good time all around. You, Theodore Rodriguez, take back Kenya for us. You boys just join the Belgium line. You. We got SPGs. We can get a heavy tank. Are we going to build it? No, we're not going to build heavy tanks. But the thought is nice. You build some SPGs. We might work them in. We might not. And okay, here come the Americans into our lands. Although I did... Okay, that's right. I couldn't create it inside of you. I can't force you to give them your own military access. But they are using my lands to go back and forth without being able to be taken out. So that's useful. Deal with fascism. We will get ourselves into the war. Over here, looks like the Dunkirk salient is the only thing that survived. Yeah, you can get a lot of naval invasion, but you can't keep them, necessarily. We have a pretty good stack of troops here. They're 36 width, not 40 width, but that's okay. It's only 4 under 40 width, so it's not terrible. We don't have enough reinforcing infantry equipment to really do much more than that. Just have to keep up production. Close air support and fighters. And interwar bombers is what we're put all of our effort into. Yeah, I don't even have any naval bombers to research, even though I have a couple in my backstock. You, oh my. So this went from Vichy France to you. Vichy France, I wonder if they're going to like case entente them or something. Also, beautiful. You get behind them. Nothing personnel, kid. With the Middle East under our control and superior firepower, you just keep going with some delay. Really, delay, just like here. Interesting. Oof. There goes the Dunkirk pocket. Which will hopefully mean that they go and, I don't know, anywhere else. Anywhere but here is where I would like them to go. You, like, rush through to La Rochelle. You over to Vichy. In total, we only have 24 and then 40 divisions. We have 40 divisions that are actually an army. Then we have this unit, which could do some getting better. Getting butter. You, anti-tank. I don't have any anti-tank guns in my army, which could be very devastating when against the Germans, just because they have so many tanks, and they have very good tanks. You know, better than deal with fascism. Okay, the communist threat can be handled later. Let's go. How about this, because it gives us military factories. Slow it down. War goal against Venezuela, against Peru, Japan, Italy, German Reich. What about Vichy France? Is that in there? No, just German Reich. Declare war on Vichy France. Call my allies. And send out attaché as the joint faction. We've committed too many crimes against humanity. That's fine. That's fine. They still can go through our territory, though I don't know about the Catalonians. Now, for our Air Force, boom, boom. Southern France. Air superiority right there. Although some of you go over... No, that's also part of Southern France. Good. Good. Navies. You are on Strike Force. You are on Patrol. No, Patrol. What's good, fellas? We on Patrol. Convoy rating in all the usual spots. And you guys are just there to reinforce. Good, 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 good. Et excusez-moi. Call in the National Spain. And attack. Japan is called Manchukuo. So we'll just attack along this corridor for now. Yes, we'll give you back your territory, that's fine. There's the faction invite, thank you. Give me those. Join the Allies. We'll take a non-aggression pact. I'll use the state transfer tool to give me back the goddamn Azores. You had a lease to them, and they're also... Yeah, they're core state. Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And then we destroy the first border guards that are in the way. Who are you? The 100th Licht Infantry Division. Okay, so they're a light division, but they're still 3 to 16. My spies, I spy with my little eye. Go to Avignon, you go to Centre. And let us move over here. Attack you, break off your line. Go along the whole of the line, but really just Belgium, I guess. Look after the Italian holdings. I'll absolutely join all your wars. I don't mind one bit. Meanwhile, you stop that with an attack plan onto Am I still not in this war? Oh. Are you not at war with them? What? You're in the Allies. Really? Well, I don't know about that. Be a new threat on the horizon for the Germans. Be able to take Bordeaux and just have more Americans come through. We got, oh, hello, the the Spanish Army of Africa. There we go. There we go. Go to Marseille, Montpellier. Some of you break off and go that way. They got Alpine troops over here. Okay, if you say so. Now I need to pick some of these carefully. You, give it to me for free. Shaanxi, sure. Xinjiang, sure. You, 78 for 112. I'll take that. I'll decline yours because I don't have enough. You, 90 for 2,000. You, 19. Oh, that's guns. I'll take guns. I can no longer take yours. I'll take yours. I'll decline yours, and I'll take that. Then I need to build a lot more of these. Just go ahead and go to infinite. And I'm going to need to trade for more oil, which they don't have much to give anymore. Get involved in a few... Ooh, Japanese. Is the Japanese are out here? So far, the early stages of the war are going well. Are they going to continue going well? No, but for now, they're going just fine. We got Greece, dangerous naval invasion from Greece. I mean, okay. As it stands right now, we've given the Allies the best beam line, the best naval invasion they can ask for straight through here. And, you know, come to think of it, let's go... Boom. War economy, boom. And Spy Master, boom. To become the Spy Master, and then we can get going on that as well. Past that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next episode. Bye-bye.